Hi, I'm Kirsten, and this is my Week 4 summary. This week was focused on collisions. The first assignment we had to do was called Boys in Gaming. We watched a video of a presentation by Ali Carr-Chelman. She expressed the problems boys are having in our current education system. Previously, I knew that more boys were diagnosed with ADHD than girls, and I also knew that more boys get suspended from school than girls. However, I had never considered that boys may feel alienated and like their quote-unquote culture does not fit in with the education system. I agreed with her that boys, and in my opinion, students in general, should have better opportunities to express themselves and their interests. Therefore, there needs to be more leniency in creative writing activities. I also agree that educational video games can be used as a positive tool instead of something negative to spark boys' attention and get them interested in school. Next, I responded to the assignment Students Today and Shift Happens. I thought that there were a lot of great discussions, particularly with this topic, so it was really interesting to read what ideas my classmates had. Next, I completed the NEAT resource assignment for this week, which was on collisions. Initially thinking about collisions, you probably picture two cars colliding like in a test crash simulation, but I wanted to find collisions that occurred in nature. While researching, I came across the process of how and why lightning occurs. I found a video that depicted the entire process in detail, and I found it fascinating. Basically, it explained that lightning occurs when a negatively charged bolt reaching toward the ground is met with a positive upward moving spark from the ground. When the two charges collide, an explosion occurs, which is what we see and call lightning. Next, I worked on chapters 11 through 14. Chapter 11 was on Galilean relativity. This chapter was really fun to learn about for me. The Mythbusters video was so cool. I couldn't believe how perfectly the physics of the experiment worked. The ball appeared to just come out of the barrel, not even moving. In chapter 12, I learned about the coefficient of restitution, 2D frictionless collisions, and 2D collisions with friction. Chapter 13 was a lab, and I measured the coefficient of restitution for 1D and 2D motion with 3 different videos. Here's just some images of the tracker program and what it looked like. This was the cue ball video. Lastly, I worked on chapter 14. First, I watched a game demo of Pong and explained whether the collisions with the ball, paddle, and wall were elastic, inelastic, friction, or frictionless. Then I created an actual working Pong game. This took a substantial amount of time and effort, but I was able to figure it out, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Overall, this module applies to my life considering that my profession will be working as a physical therapist. I will be working with countless patients that have been in car collisions, athletes that have had collisions during practice or game, and so forth. It will be beneficial for me to understand the mechanisms of collisions in order to assess the severity of the injuries of my patients. This week I spent approximately 30 hours working on everything, so it was a pretty good amount of time, but I had a lot of fun.